All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are cracking the code on how to talk to AI. We're going to unlock the secrets to getting those consistently amazing, professional level results from pretty much any AI model you can get your hands on.
Have you ever wondered about this? I mean, you see someone on social media get this perfect piece of code or a brilliant marketing plan from an AI, but then you try the exact same thing and your results are just kind of meh. So what's their secret sauce?
Well, here it is. The secret isn't about having access to some super secret better AI. It all comes down to a skill called prompt engineering. This is the art of crafting the perfect instructions to guide the AI to give you exactly what you want. Okay, so before we even write a single word of a prompt, we need to talk about the AI's settings. I want you to think of this as the control panel for the AI's brain. It lets you dial in its personality and its precision before you even start. The most important setting on that panel is temperature. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a creativity dial. If you set it low, the AI will be super focused, factual, and predictable. But if you crank it up high, well, that's when it gets creative and sometimes a little wild. And this shows you that difference perfectly, right? If you need a hard fact like what's the capital of France, you want that temperature way down for a straight, no-nonsense answer. But if you're looking for a beautiful poem about Paris, you crank that dial all the way up and let it cook up something original. Now to make your life even easier, here are some presets you can just use. For factual stuff, stick with conservative. You can see it keeps the temperature super low. You'll also see these other settings, top P and top K. Just think of them as extra little focus dials that fine-tune the AI's word choices. For everyday tasks, balanced is your go-to. And of course, when you need some fresh ideas, you hit creative and let the AI brainstorm for you. All right, our settings are dialed in. Now let's get to the building blocks of a great prompt. These are the fundamental techniques you're going to find yourself using every single day. We're going to start with what's called zero-shot prompting. And honestly, this is what most people do naturally. You just ask a direct question. You don't give it any examples or any hand-holding. It's fast, it's simple, and it's perfect for those straightforward tasks. For example, you can just throw a movie review at the AI and ask it to classify the sentiment. The model already understands what positive and negative mean, so it doesn't need any extra help from you to figure this out. But what if you need a really specific format? That's where few-shot prompting is your best friend. With this, you give the AI a few examples to show it exactly the pattern you want it to follow. You're basically teaching it on the fly. Just look at this. This is so useful. We're showing the AI how to take messy customer feedback and turn it into clean, perfectly structured JSON. By giving it just this one clear example, you basically guarantee that the AI is going to format its output perfectly, every single time. Okay, this next one is my absolute favorite. It's called role prompting. This is where you tell the AI who to be. You can make it an expert, a character, a specific professional. Think of it like you're casting an actor for a very specific part in a movie. So instead of asking a generic question, you frame it like this. By telling the AI to act as an experienced software architect, you unlock this completely new level of detailed, expert advice. It is a total game changer for getting high-quality responses. Okay, we've got the fundamentals down pat. Now it's time for the power moves. These are the advanced techniques you're going to use to tackle those really complex problems that require some deep, logical reasoning. First up is chain of thought. Now, this sounds fancy, but it is incredibly simple and unbelievably powerful. All you do is add a magic phrase to your prompt, something like, think step by step. This forces the AI to slow down, show its work, and actually reason through a problem instead of just jumping to a conclusion. And here's exactly how it works with a classic brain teaser. Instead of just guessing, the AI breaks it down. First, it figures out the age difference is 3 years. Then it correctly applies that logic to the new age. This simple step-by-step process dramatically cuts down on errors, especially with math or logic puzzles. Next up, we have step-back prompting. This one is perfect for when you need a really well-rounded, comprehensive answer. The idea is, before you ask your super specific question, you first ask a more general one to establish a solid foundation of principles. So instead of just saying, hey, fix my homepage, you first step back. You ask, what makes a good website in the first place? Then the AI uses that foundational knowledge to give you a much more insightful, much more structured critique for your specific request. It's so much better. Now this one is really powerful. It's called REACT, and it stands for reasoning and acting.
This framework allows the AI to not just think, but to actually take actions, like searching the web, to go find the information it needs to solve your problem. And this is the React loop in action. The AI starts with a thought, like, I need to know the population of Tokyo. It then takes an action, like a web search. It observes the result, and then it forms a new thought based on that new information. It just repeats this loop until it has everything it needs. This is what lets an AI answer questions about things that happened way after its training data was created.
All right, let's wrap this all up with some rapid-fire, pro-level tips that will immediately improve your results. And we'll start with what not to do.
These are the 5 biggest traps I see beginners fall into. Being too vague is number 1 for sure. Not giving the AI enough context is a close second. Forgetting to tell it the format you want is also huge. And these last 2 are critical. Always match your settings to your task, and please never give up after just one failed prompt. Iteration is your best friend here.
So let's just flip that around. Here is your cheat sheet for getting great results every single time. Be specific, provide details, use role prompting for expert answers. For those tricky tasks, ask the AI to think step by step. Give it examples. And finally, always be ready to tweak and refine your prompt. That right there is the path to becoming a pro.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. An AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but its intelligence is a direct reflection of your instructions. The better your prompt, the smarter your AI becomes. So, if you learned something new today, let me know down in the comments which technique you're most excited to try out first. And if you want more deep dives just like this one, make sure you're subscribed. Now go build something amazing.